want you to think about this. If you're brokenhearted about the end of a relationship you care about very much, it's obvious that that's going on. And it's obvious that his continued want to be with Lashika Kenny is unrequited. She doesn't want the relationship anymore, but she keeps talking to him. She wants to be friends because she is a friendly person. You are talking to all your friends about how heartbroken you are. You are talking to everybody who's your good friend now about it so much that they're all done talking about it. You still want to talk about it, so you find an old friend, somebody who you were close with 10 years ago, because you have run out of people to talk to about it because your close friends now don't want to talk about it. He's an old friend, and you're venting to him because your other friends are tired of talking about it. You don't really know him now. You know him 10 years ago. You go meet him for lunch and y'all drive around. You're in Kilgore, where your ex-girlfriend lives. You're venting to him. You take him in your car and you drive by her house. You continue to be distraught and emotional about it. A hurricane hits your hometown. Your parents' house is ruined. You drive and pick up your mother. Your ex-girlfriend calls to check on you. You talk to her about it. You're trying again to have a relationship with her. You call your friend again, who lives in Kilgore. You're going to go pick him up and hang out. Same thing you've done before. You're talking about your girlfriend. You drive by her house. He says he wants to get out and look around. She pulls up. And he goes over and violently stabs her to death. He runs back to the car. He's in the car with a knife. He stabbed her to death. What do? I guess you're afraid of what's going on. You take him home. You're not guilty, and you know it. And now you're here. And you're trusting the system. And now you all, the jury, are the end of the line for this case. You're the ones to have the last say in what happens, the last say in this system. And we're asking you to say not guilty. Thank you.
Thank you.
And he wants you to believe that he just had no idea what this guy was going to do. But yet you want to be a police officer? You sign up for the police academy? You're a private investigator. You have to be licensed for that. He tells you that in those videos. But oh, poor Mr. Johnson, he is just clueless and dumb. That's what you have to believe, that he is completely clueless and dumb, because he had no idea what Calvin was going to do. And it's wrong. We talked about law of parties in voir dire. We talked about a bank robber. I'm going to pull up to the bank, and I'm the driver of the car. I don't get out. I'm not really okay with it, but the guy talks me into it. Am I guilty? Absolutely. What do we talk about? Pablo Escobar, kingpin. I said Mexico, it's actually Colombia. Okay? He's kingpin. He had people killed. He had people murdered. He had people beat up. He had other rivals, ran out of the country because he was the kingpin. Did he get his hands dirty? Absolutely not. Why? Because he's a smart guy. And I submit to you, Mr. Johnson thinks that he is the smartest thing, which is why he thinks or thought that he could get away with this. He truly thinks that he is smarter than everyone else. He thinks he's smarter than Kilgore Police Department. And he absolutely thought that he was smarter than Calvin. I told you in opening statements that by the end of the day, you would find him guilty, and it was just as if he was the one holding that knife. He did this. There is no doubt. And we ask you, please, to go back there and find him guilty.